Yes, my people. APM, that's political party, where carry Tinubu go tribunal also, where these judges refuse to address their case, just come at us, say they dismiss them without stating the reason. They don't carry Tinubu go Supreme Court, say Supreme Court must remove Tinubu as president. Give their reasons. You go here. I don't know exactly the kind of lawyer where these people they use, but now one of the most intelligent lawyer in this political party get. Here waiting and talk. Here reasons why they say may they remove Tinubu. What if they share for me? They important.
APM marches to Supreme Court, seeks Tinubu's removal as president. The Allied People's Movement, APM, has joined other aggrieved political parties like the People's Democratic Party and Labour Party to seek the nullification of President Bola Tinubu's election victory at the Supreme Court. The APM contends that the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal decision of September 6 upholding Mr. Tinubu as having legitimately won the election was flawed because the court only dismissed their petition on the ground of double nomination, rather than looking at the issue from the perspective that Mr. Tinubu failed to choose a running mate within the 14-day window stipulated by law, following the withdrawal of placeholder Kabiru Masari. Good! Let me explain to you why this particular petition, I said it even from the time this petition started, that this is the only petition that nobody can do anything about it. And you know what? During the day of the tribunal hearing, judgment, what they did is that they dismissed the case and they didn't give a reason. They just did not, because they don't know how to go about this case. Even the Tinubu lawyer did not know what to do about this particular petition. Now, this is exactly what you need to understand here. When you pick a running mate and you want to change that running mate, you have 14 days to change your running mate. Now, once it has passed 14 days and you did not change, you have to conduct another primary election. Now, APC did not pick another running mate until after 21 days. And they only have 14 days. They did not pick until after 21 days, which already made that particular primary election they conducted invalid, which already made Tinubu candidacy as APC candidate invalid, because they needed to conduct another primary election. Let's continue. Let's continue. The appellant's petition was not one founded solely on nomination, but primarily that the third respondent, who is Tinubu, contested the presidential election without a lawful associate running as his vice president. The document APM filed as Supreme Court stated. It added that the withdrawal of Mr. Ibrahim Masari, fifth respondent, and the expiry of the 14 days permissible for changing a withdrawal or dead candidate under Section 33 of the Electoral Act 2022 made the third respondent's election and return invalid. God bless you. APM argued that the tribunal was wrong to have dismissed the matter as a pre-election matter, asserting that neither Section 131 or 142, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution can be confined as a pre-election matter, as those qualifications are condition precedent to being elected to the office of president. The petitioner said that the tribunal ruling was deeply flawed, given that it focused on technicalities favoring Mr. Tinubu and Shetima, while ignoring concern about whether or not the two were validly elected. According to the plaintiff, to be validly elected was a phrase that addressed the state of being qualified to contest the election. The phrase was broad enough to address concerns of qualification and disqualification as required by law. The APM asked the Supreme Court to re-examine the lower court's ruling and declare Mr. Tinubu unqualified to contest, rendering null and void his election victory. Perfect!
Don't get me wrong. I said this thing even when this people filed their petition initially, because they only came with this particular one. And it's very, very easy and very clear to understand. It's just that the Nigerian judiciary does not have shame in their eye. Normally, this petition, they're not supposed to look at twice. Before even checking any other person's petition, this petition alone, if Nigeria respects its own law, because I don't know how they manufacture laws and use it to give judgment. The tribunal judges they just manufactured the laws they used on the day they delivered their judgment. The other woman, Bolaji, was just shouting as if she was talking to her children. Abandoned her work, abandoned her professionalism, and was ranting on top of her head like one agbero in the bus stop. This is exactly the petition they should have even. They don't even need to look at it twice. Somebody broke the law. You are mandated to do this according to the law, according to the Electoral Act. You have to change your running mate within 14 days. And once you have not nominated within 14 days, it is void. You have to conduct another primary election. This one, they picked after 21 days. Breaking the law with 7 days. Later, they come and tell us it is a pre-election matter. How does it become pre-election matter? Somebody broke the law. And according to the election, you can't contest, how do you speak English now? You can't take them to court when you have not contested election with them, because it will be seen as that you lack the locus operandi, how do you speak it? That you don't have the right, that they will call it busybody. Until you go into a contest with the person, then you have the right to challenge the person for coming without being qualified, to coming to contend with you without being qualified. That's what the law stipulates. So why are they running up at this country self, Sure?
Guys, I will keep saying it that democracy in Nigeria was buried on the 6th day of September 2023, where the 5 injustices of appeal court headed by Injustice Samani dismissed Labour Party presidential candidate petition in the person of Peter Obi, who brought overwhelming evidence, both in videos, pictures, files, documents, and even eyewitnesses. But because we have APC judges who paraded themselves as appeal court judges, they finally declared a certificate forger the president of the giant of Africa. I'm not surprised though, guys, and till now I'm not bothered, because I wonder the use of Nigeria's population. When we have over 200 million people living in Nigeria, instead of taking back our country, we choose to sit at home and do nothing, because we are easily distracted. We easily move on in this country, and yet we come out to complain the hardship in Nigeria. Now, wow, don't worry, you go see shege. Everybody go collect woto. It's a matter of time. Tinubu must go, my people. If not, things will continue to bite us harder. And I know say the fuel we don't come up, the gas we don't come up, the high increase in dollar can never come down again. Things will continue to get worse if the certificate forger is not removed. Anyways, all eyes on the Supreme Court. Before it was all eyes on the judiciary, but now all eyes on the Supreme Court. They either do the right thing or move the country. They should do the right thing and move the country forward, or move it and destroy Nigeria pata. That is the 2 options that they have. So they also have the matches, is either they late and burn the country, or they write their name in the book of good, in the book of history. So guys, please like this video. I will see you guys in my next video. Until next time.